All right, let's get everybody welcomed in the room. Fantastic to see everybody coming in. We must be releasing something new today. So good to see so many people jumping in. Johan, do you want to just drop us a note into the White Label Suite main group and just let everybody know that we are on and talking about our new intent data today?
Sure.
If you could do that, that'd be amazing. Hey, everyone, great to see you. Mr. Kyle, thank you so much for organizing our workflows in the background there. Leo, great to see you. Nigel's here. Manolo's in the house. Mark, great to have you with us. Peter, awesome. Thanks, guys. We are going to be going through our brand new data tool today, which is our intent data. It's already, no pun intended to Mark, it's already making waves. We are absolutely thrilled and excited to see it coming in. It's going to change the game for a lot of our White Label Suite members. It's going to change the game for a lot of your clients, and just genuinely show you how to help grow businesses easier than ever before. So we're going to jump straight in. There's also some design changes inside of our White Label Suite app that went live overnight. And before anybody asks, yes, a whole new set of training tutorials are underway. So we'll have new videos out for you guys, whole new onboarding videos ready to rock. All of the screen changes will be updated with our new videos as they're coming through, hopefully over the next week or 10 days or so. We'll release them in importance order, I guess, just navigation and then setup and teaching your people how to get that working. So all cool. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to run through the introduction of our brand new system, our intent data. And I want to just kind of kick off with what that is all about and how it works. So I'm going to, let's see if I can share my screen over here. I'm playing with a new demonstration method. So it just takes me 2 seconds to get it up on the screen here as I'm using the iPad to draw on as I do this. Let me just make sure I've got it synchronizing up here and we will be ready to go. Yep, looks good. All right. Mr. Johan, can you see my iPad screen? Is that
I, I
available
can.
there? So
Yep.
if I do that, yep, we're all good. If I do this, yay, we're all good as well. Okay, cool. So let me
Yeah.
just get rid of that and that will help me go through. All right, guys. So welcome to our brand new intent data system. And I just want to kick this off by saying the intent data is the hottest and easiest lead system that you'll ever have, and hottest leads that you'll ever recover. This will completely change the game for how you're working. So what is intent data and how does it work? Well, first of all, it works when you get a visitor to your website. And then where do they go? Hey, wait, they left the site already. And what have you got? Left over a big fat nothing. They've come to your site, you've spent money, you've used our white label suite to interact, you've brought in a new web visitor by using a meta ad or a Google ad, or they've responded to a content piece that you've got, they've landed on your site, and guess what? They're busy. So they didn't take the action that you spent so long crafting your website to deliver. And suddenly what you find is that you have zero. Well, this is where intent data really starts to sing, because what we're going to do is set up and run our intent data directly from our white label suite intent search. So we're going to create a pixel code, which looks kind of like that. And this is going to go all the way down here as we copy and paste that into our website and funnel builder. So you're going to take that pixel, you're going to go to your website or funnel builder, and you're going to copy and paste that pixel into the head section of your website. And we're going to show you how that works in just a minute. So all we do is, again, if I go back up, we start with a new search in White Label Suite, we copy and paste, and we put it into the header section of our funnel. And then something amazing happens. What happens straight after that is you will start to see leads coming into your white label suite dashboard automatically with their name, with their email address, with their phone number if we've got it, and with a whole bunch of other data that I'm about to show you as well. Now, version 1 went live overnight, and we're going to have a whole bunch more data coming in as you see this. But all we've done is we've created a pixel, put it onto the funnel, and now you start to see fully resolved names, emails, phone numbers of the people that are visiting your site. Can anybody give me a hell yeah? Guys, type in the chat. Will that add some value to your business? If you've got a pixel on your site And without even filling in a form, you now have their name, their email address, their phone number if we've got it, a whole bunch of extra information I'm about to show you as well. Would that give you some serious value? So let's see. Hell yeah, great. Fantastic. Awesome. Hell yeah. Great. Awesome. So this is the biggest change. What this means for you as a business owner is that you can now install this pixel on your clients' sites and you can start to deliver them back live leads in their system. You can have them show up in the opportunity pipelines. You can show people where they've landed. And the next step from that, of course, is that now you have a lead that you can actually follow up on. Somebody's landed on your site and you can now actually engage them. And this is 100% compliant and it is with their permission to follow up with the marketing. How absolutely amazing is that? So now somebody's landed on your site, and guess what? You can get them straight into White Label Suite, straight into an automation on high level that allows you to now follow this person up. Hey, thanks for visiting. Great to see you. Did you find what you were looking for? You can do that with text message. You can do that with email. You can even do that with a phone call with the right permissions on your site. What does this mean? It means that you end up with more clients, more sales, and your sub accounts, your agencies are happy because now you've got leads that you can actually demonstrate. All right. So this is the brand new intent data system within White Label Suite. I'm just going to share my standard laptop screen and we will jump straight in and show you how this works. So this is, again, something that we want you guys to lead with. We want you to be able to take this out to market and be able to show clients how you are going to be able to generate leads for them by simply copying and pasting a small piece of code onto their site. So this is, we want you to be able to lead with this. Show businesses how you can get this working. So over in White Label Suite, you'll see our brand new intent search is right here and live. And from here, we're going to walk through how this sets up. Now, at the moment, guys, this is US data only. So we only have this data with our US clients. We are working with our data provider to make that an international thing, but at the moment it's US data only. Somebody asked me yesterday, at what stage will we see that data coming in for Australia and for the UK? My answer was, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. That's up to our data provider and how quickly they can get that working. I would say don't count on it. So stick with US for now and let's be celebrating what we actually have there. So what does this look like? I'm going to create, so in steps, literally, as I just said, we click on here, we put in a few details, which is the name of the website we're going to use, the actual URL of the website itself, and then this limit field is for the maximum amount of leads you want per day. Now, why would anybody want a maximum amount of leads? Why would anybody even put a limit on that? Well, because there's a cost involved. Right? So from White Label Suite point of view, there's a credit cost. There's, at the moment, 1 credit per name and email that we bring back in. Now, that will not stay at 1 credit. This is an introductory pricing only, but at the moment, it costs a credit. So if you've only got, I don't know, 1,000 credits for the month, then you might say, my daily limit, I only want a maximum of 30 leads per day. My comment to you will be, are you freaking crazy? For the credit price that you guys set as White Label Suite members, even if that's 50 cents or $1, if you can give a business the name and email address of a live visitor and you can follow them up in live time, will they not be more than willing to pay for that lead to happen? So as much as people might want to set a limit on that, yeah, man, just give me all of them. Give me as many leads as are coming to my site in any single day. So Mika, that is for a complete lead, name and email address as a minimum before a credit is charged. So we're going to, as an example, use high level. So if I say high level is my website, and I'm going to put in here my website address, which is gohighlevel.com. All right. And I'm going to want a maximum of 500 names and email addresses per day. That's what I will set up. Now, you need to have access to the site. You can't just put this on anybody's site, but you need to be able to have access to their to edit the website. Okay, so I'm just doing this for an example. So give it a name, set a limit, pop in the actual URL, and click on continue. What happens next is it'll open up a stats screen, which will make a lot more sense as we get the statistics coming through. But behind the stats screen, you will now have this embed code, which is simply a copy and paste scenario. This is what's called a pixel. So all you need to do is literally copy this pixel, head on over to your CRM, come down to where your websites live. And this works on websites, on funnels, on individual pages, if you want to be specific on the individual pages or the individual funnels that you're looking at. All you need to do is once you've got that, come across to the funnel that you want to do this on. So I'm just going to open up a funnel here or a website, come to settings, and just paste this in the header section over here. All right. Now we've got our other ones in there, but there we go. That's my pixel that I've popped into that site. Now, what does that do? Once I've popped that pixel onto the site, what happens next? So what it actually does is creates what's called a consent banner on that site, which, by the way, as a legal requirement, is a great thing to do. And this gives you something to be able to sell to your clients. Mr. Client, let me make your site compliant by adding a consent banner to the site. Now, the consent banner is global, right? So you can do this for sites in the UK, in Australia, wherever it is. The actual data coming back is only US at the moment. But again, let me show you what that looks like. So sharing so many screens as we do this. So what does it look like? In fact, if you've already gone to White Label Suite, got my stuff popping up here. If you go to White Label Suite or have been to White Label Suite, you may not have this happen. So do this in an incognito mode and just go to whitelabelsuite.com. And as the site loads, you'll see it down the bottom, the consent banner. And here it is. The consent banner, that's what you've just installed with that pixel code. And when somebody clicks on accept, like we've all been trained to do, and of course, yes, there's settings that you can adjust and what they can and don't agree to and all that sort of stuff, but 90% of people just go accept. If that happens, back over in White Label Suite, inside of the list itself, you now get the live data of that person. And let me just pull this up. You get all of the data. I've already sent this over to my CRM, so they're here. You get the name and email and details of the people. All right. If they've got multiple phone numbers, we'll find them. You've got, I should turn on my privacy stuff there. You've got phone numbers, email addresses. You've got details of the people. If you click on them, you'll find things like company information, additional information like phone number, business emails, where they work, what their seniority level is, all right, what their company address is, LinkedIn profile, all right, who they work for and how big that particular company is, all right. And if I was Johan right now, I'd be going, wait, this is a real lead on White Label Suite. I better give that guy a call. All right. So we've instantly got that data. Now, guys, just as a little stop and share thing, we won't get 100% what we call resolution. We won't get 100% of people that land on the site. This data is fueled by a new data partner of ours, and they have spent the last 15 years creating what they call their data graph in the back end. And it's populated by hundreds of millions of records, but that still doesn't cover every single person on the planet. So in our statistics, what you'll see is, and I'll show you this in just a second, what you'll see is the total amount of visitors that have landed on the site, the total amount of visitors that have then clicked yes, accept to the cookies, and then the total amount of visitors that have resolved, meaning we've got their name and email address and data sent back in. So you'll see that in your statistics, which I'll just head on over and show you where that lives. So as well as getting this data about the people that landed on the site, we've now got our statistics, which will show us visitors, how many said they're consenting, and how many IDs we've been able to resolve. So you'll be able to, again, give those reports back to your clients and show them how many leads have been, how many people have landed on the site, how many people have generated consent, how many people have turned into a real live lead back on the site. Cool. So I feel like, hang on a second, Johan, I just want you to unmute for a second and just jam with me for a sec. So hang on a second. I feel like in the last 15 minutes of just monologuing, I've released one of the most powerful things that you guys will ever see. And I've done it kind of nonchalantly. Like, yeah, it's just a thing. But dude, tell us about kind of some of the feedback that you've had as we've shown people this. Capture their name and email address of a web visitor and put them into a workflow. Like, I know you've had some amazing conversations over the last week.
Yeah, man, dude. The people who we've shown it to, they've lost their minds because they're spending money on ads. And when they're spending money on ads to get people to their traffic, what's an extra $1, $2, $5 to get that person into the workflow who didn't opt in? And then just, using all the technology that we have with AI to follow them up and say, hey, I know you came. Can we interest you in
How can
whatever?
we help you? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Sorry we
exactly.
missed you. How can we help you? And
And
we were
so
chatting to one of our clients, one of our white label suite clients, just a couple of days ago, and he was struggling with his client. His client was saying, "I'm not getting enough leads from using you as a service." By the way, he'd been I think he'd set it up for $1,000 a month, so decent client. You want to make sure that you keep that client happy. We looked in all of his statistics. We looked in open rates and that kind of stuff. And we'd seen that over the last 2 or 3 months, not that he'd had a heap of volume, but he'd sent, I think, about 400 emails out and actually had web visitors of 42, I think, or 42 or 44 web, real
oh,
live people actually from the cold email landed on the site, visited the site, and looked at the information. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. None of them made contact with the business. So they all 44 like this. And again, guys, please understand this client sells $100,000 finance programs,
I was going
right?
to say the
Finances
same.
trucks.
Each lead is 100 grand. So
Each lead is 100 grand profit. He finances trucks and trucking companies, right? So to have 44 genuine people that are interested, oh my God, that's millions of dollars, right? So don't let the low numbers fool you. But here's the issue. The trucking company people who had been contacted were too busy to fill out a finance application or whatever, despite the fact that they were interested enough to come and find out about it. All right. So our client was struggling to get their client to see the value because the leads that had come to the site hadn't taken any action. Now, what if instead of just a click to a website, the owner of that business had got the full name, email address, company information, data on that web visitor and was able to action the follow up? Guys, give me a bit of feedback. Drop it in the chat. Do you think that would make a difference? Would that actually have made a difference to that $1,000 a month client? Would that have made a difference to the trucking finance company? So, guys, actually, I want Manolo says very much, and Miki, yeah, appreciate it. So, I just want to ask you guys a yes no question. It's kind of loaded, but I'm doing it for the recording. So, I just want to ask you guys a yes no question. If I can get you in touch with a business that's shown interest in your services, can you close the deal for me? If I can get you connected and communicating with a business that's actually showing interest, will you close the deal? Just give me a yes or a no. Let's see if I've got some yeses. So I've got yes, 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 bring it on. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. And guys, that's the truth for most of your clients. If you can get them in touch with their prospect, like actually having a conversation, you've gone 90% of the way of closing the deal for them. Just get me somebody who's interested on the phone with me or get me into a conversation with them and I can do the rest.
I just had a call with an agency, well,
Yep.
who services e-commerce clients. And he's like, oh my God, my e-commerce clients are going to love this. I'm going to just put this pixel on their page. And now they're spending about $50 a lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're spending that money to get them to the page, and now they can follow up with them all day long. And these guys are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on ads. So spending a little bit of extra to get those leads engaged. It's crazy. So
Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? And guys, so this is again, this is brand new in White Label Suite. This is version 1 coming out. So there's going to be lots and lots of iterations. We've got some cool stuff coming through already. I want to show you how to make this work. So if you're in a note-taking mood, take notes. If you're not, that's fine too, because we're recording and you can watch this later on. I'm going to show you how to make this work. So I ran through that little kind of stick figure drawing to give you an idea of how easy it is. And genuinely, with something so powerful, like, Johan, this is where I struggle, bro. With something so powerful, it's so freaking easy that I worry that I'm simplifying it. But it really is this easy. It really is as simple as create a site, copy the pixel.
It's the easiest sell there is.
It's
Hey,
the easiest sell there is.
can we install this on your website and I'll show you the leads? And then after the leads start coming through, it's like, okay, cool, I've shown you what I've done. Now would you like to become a paying client? Can I unlock all those other leads for you?
So like we got famous in the high level space with our 20 free leads campaign. And we taught people if you go out to a business group and you say, "Hey, I've got this brand new AI leads tool. Let me show you how to generate leads. In fact, if you jump on a call with me, I will give you 20 leads for free." All right? Imagine if you could now literally turn that 20 free leads campaign into, if you'd like to just copy and paste this onto the site, I'll give you 20 leads for free or you pay nothing over the next however long. And they're actually seeing live visitors hopping into the site. Now, this is something really really important, you guys. And in fact, this was the same conversation, and it's about to be a YouTube rant that I pop up onto our channel. This is the same conversation I had with our client who had the trucking business a few moments ago. This is the same conversation. If you get a lead and you do nothing with it, what will happen? Can anybody tell me in the chat? If you get a lead and you do nothing with it, what will happen? Anyone? Silence. Nothing from nothing. Nada, says Clay. Exactly. Nothing will happen. Yeah. So that was the rant, and I said I'm going to put it onto YouTube, and I'm expecting it to get a ton of traffic, so you guys have to go over there and like it. I don't do rants, but this was my rant. The client had these 44 web visitors coming to the site and was like, "Yeah, but none of them bought." And I was like, "Did you follow any of them up? What do you mean?
No,
Wait, what?"
what happened was it's like, hey, show us what happens when you go to the website. And they said, well, you've got to give me consent to go in and look at all your financial records. And there was like 10 hoops to jump.
Yeah, right.
And people are not going to jump through those hoops.
Especially business owners who have got multi-million dollar trucking companies. They ain't filling out a financial introspection form on a first visit. But yeah, so when we asked, any follow-up? What do you mean? What do you mean follow-up? Doesn't money just fall from the sky? No. If you get a lead, do something with it. So what I'm about to show you is how to make sure you do something with it, okay? How to make sure you do something with it and how to set this up for your clients. Now, again, as high levelers, as agency owners, Mika, I know you're big into the keep space, like as whatever marketing automation systems you run, as a specialist in this field, our clients expect miracles from us, all right? The great news is that AI goes a long way to solving those miracles. So this is a really cool thing that you can put in play. All right, Johanna, I'm just removing your pin so you're not sharing the screen with me. Sorry, bro. Bye. I'm just gonna share my
I'm,
screen again. All right,
I'm not
let's
kidding.
jump in and I'm just gonna share screen. There are literally 5 steps to make this work, and one of them includes streamers and poppers. All right, so these are the 5 steps. Please take a screenshot right now, and we are going to build this into a process, of course. First things first, create that new search, give it a name, the website, the maximum quantity of leads per day. That is step one. I've shown you guys that, but I will show you that again. So again, over in our program, we hit new search, we hit intent search, give it a name. So this is my website. All right. Tell it how many maximum leads per day you're willing to pay for, and then pop the website in. So this is my website. .com. All right. That is step one. I have done it. So over on my little checklist that I just showed you guys, I have done step one. Tick. Now, step two, set a tag on that list. If you don't know what I mean there, I'm about to show you. Essential, right? Create the list, tick, set a tag on the list. This is how. So over here, I just created this list. I've got my pixel, it's ready to go. I can now see that list in my saved lists. There it is. It's called my website. Okay. And step two is create a tag for this list. Just literally go up here into the little three dots, click on tags and source, and pop a tag in here. So I would call this whatever your website is, White Label Sweden Now example, whatever your website is, but I will call this website, and I'd even spell it right, website intent, because it's intent data. I would just create a tag. Now your tag can be whatever you want it to be, but for today's record, I'm just going to say that's my tag and click on save. Cool. I have now completed the 2 steps of my 5-step process. Now, next, I missed an unbelievably important step, and that should be here. Install the pixel on the site. If you took a screenshot before, delete it because now it's complete, right? Now take a screenshot of this one. So we've set a tag, install the pixel. Again, I showed you how to do that before, but I'm going to show you again. So we've covered our first 2 steps. Our third step is install that pixel. So again, over in White Label Suite, I'm here. I've got my tag set up. I'm good to go. And I want to get that pixel and I want to be able to put it on my website. So all I need to do is click on the list that I created, go up into the top right-hand corner to settings, click that, and I'll get my pixel. Copy that. Okay. Head on over to your CRM, come to the funnel, the websites, whichever one you want it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a random one here. Actually, I should do this in demo company, but Mr. Kyle's freaking out right now because he's like, don't mess up anything. Go to the funnel that you're looking for. All right, go to settings and go into the header tracking code section and put it here. Right click, paste. I didn't do it, Kyle. I didn't click the button. But Johan, I actually just realized that this is a affiliate partner sign up page. Imagine having the names and emails of affiliates that come to the site that don't even sign up as an affiliate that you can follow up. And
Dude.
anyway, so amazing. All right. So I've just done my third step. I created a list. I've got a pixel. I added a tag. That was easy. Now I've installed the pixel on the site. Okay. Now, this is where I need you guys to be super smart. And I know that as high levelers and marketing automation specialists, you are. Set up a workflow that takes the leads from the list into your CRM. Okay. Set up a workflow. I'll show you how to do it. So over in our White Label Suite, and again, our menu has changed a little, so bear with me. We come to AI Tools. We come down to AI Agent Workflow, like that. And we set up our workflow over in the top right-hand corner. Click on New, give it a name. So this is your website again. One website, intent. This is the workflow to get leads into the CRM. Cool. Okay. Now, there's a lot that we can do with this, and I'm going to go into some advanced stuff in just a minute. But at this point, you only need 2 steps. 2 steps. Oh, balloons. The first step is when anybody lands on that list. So when anybody comes into that new list I just created looking for leads from my pixels, I want to do something. So drag this onto my canvas. That is step 1. Choose the right list that I just created and make sure when any new leads are added to that list, my workflow will trigger. Okay. And the second step is, and then come all the way down to the bottom and send it to my CRM and choose whichever CRM you want. Okay, so you've got multiple high-level connections. You can do this as a service for your clients. So if you've got thousands of clients in high level and you want to do this as a service for them, they don't even see it, you can just connect up their sub-account and push those leads straight across. Okay, so choose which CRM you want it to go into and you're done. 2 steps, that's it. When any leads come on the list, add them to my CRM. Done. Okay? Click on save and click on publish. Make sure it's live. Okay? Click on save and click on publish. Make sure it's live. And I can tick another thing off my list. Wicked. So I've already ticked off the 4th step. And then the final step is set up a workflow in the CRM to action the lead when it comes in. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Wait a second. Hang on. Wait a second. Wait. Set up a workflow to do something with the lead and actually do the follow up for me? Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Kyle, can I ask you to unmute? I don't know if you're here. Can I ask you to unmute? Can we actually show the actual follow up workflows that we've set up in our own CRM? Let's see if I've got Mr. Kyle. I can get him to unmute.
I was like, no. And by the way, while we're waiting for Kyle, can you answer Ron G's and
I
Mika's
will.
question?
Kyle's just unmuted and he's probably driving. So Kyle, can we show that automation?
Not at the moment because I'm driving, but
Okay. Can
yeah.
I show the automation? Can I show the automation?
Yeah, the Black Friday one.
Yeah, cool. All right. So great. I'm all right. I'm still showing my screen. Johanna, you still seeing my screen? Thanks, Mr. Kyle.
Uh, I am, yes.
Okay. So yes, I'll answer Ron's question, but let me just finish my train of thought here. So my final step in the process is over in our automations, over in our very favorite CRM program in the whole wide world, whatever that might be. I've got my let's just have a look. Would have been
Just
one of
do
my
Black Friday. It should come up
okay, cool. Thank you, sir.
in the
Black
search. Yep.
Friday. Alrighty. Black Friday, white label suite list follow up. Now, this is brand new as of a moment ago because this is brand new for us. And as much as this looks like scary, this is simple. Remember that tag we set up on the list? We said step 2, set up a tag. So we've set up a tag on one of ours which is called B Friday intent. So anybody that's coming to our Black Friday special offer gets tagged and then we start going down and we say, okay, hang on a second. Are they already a customer? Because if they've come to my site and they bought something, the last thing I want to do is trigger a follow up that says, hey, did you like it? He's like, well, hang on, I just spent money with you. Shouldn't you know that already? So we've just said wait an hour in this particular case, right? You might want to wait 10 minutes, whatever that works is, right? But when they come onto my site, wait a little bit and double check. Are they a client? If they are already a client, well, then they'll be in the client workflows. Take them out of this one, right? So stop the follow up. Don't do anything. We won. Everything is good. Are they a client? No. Well, then let's double check. Do they have a phone number? Yes. Wow. Send them an email and a text message. Now, you want to make that an open ended text message so that your AI chatbot engages that client. And that's the like where it says end, 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 end. That's the end of the workflow. It's as simple as that. Are they a current customer? Yes. Well, I don't need to do anything then. Are they a current customer? No. Well, then I better follow them up. Do they have a phone number? Yes. Then send them an email and a text message. Do they have a phone number? No. Then just send them an email. All right, and that's it. Let me check my checklist here because I feel like it's too simple. Create a search, add a tag, put the pixel on the site, set up a workflow making sure the leads go to my CRM, and when they get there, set up a workflow that follows them up. And then I love this step. Celebrate and grow with your client. Yay! This is so awesome. This is so unbelievably awesome. I'm going to pause. I'll answer Ron's question, and let's jump in and see what this is. And I'll show you some cool stuff because then we get really funky. Then we get like really, really, really funky. So let me stop sharing. Let me answer a couple of questions, and then I'll show you some of the advanced stuff that you can do with the AI. All right. Ron says, can you be clear on where to place the code? I was told to use it in the body, but you showed it in the header. Great question. The actual data suppliers for us said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I said to myself, in that case, I'll put it in the header because then I'll be able to find it really quickly and it'll load faster. But my data provider said it doesn't matter. As of now, White Label Suite is saying in the header. Sorry, Kyle. I know that we have to adjust our help docs already, but I'm live and that's what we're doing. So we're putting it in the header. It doesn't matter, but let's put it in the header from now on in because it'll load quicker. Cool. Hopefully that's helpful. Let's keep going back. Mika, let me know which piece you want me to cover. I can go back anytime. Clay says, wow, awesome. Can I just add this under another pixel that's already in the header? Yes, you absolutely can. Can we filter by subdomains for the same client so we can customize the follow-up? Yes, you can, absolutely. So different subdomains will have different pixels. Just create new lists for those, Mika, so you can have customized follow-up and different tags, so pool leads are different than garage door leads. No probs at all. Mika says, woohoo, mine is popping up now. Action taker. So we're 36 minutes into Walt's rant and rave training session, and Mika's already got it on the site, generating leads. Absolutely amazing. Nigel said, I put it in the header and it works fine. Ta-da. Amazing. So you guys know that I'm a bit of a mad scientist when it comes to all this stuff. Do you want to see some cool stuff that you can do after you get the lead? If you want to see some cool stuff, just say cool. No, Mika, do you need to have a separate white label suite account? No. You can just put it on a new list. Just create a new list. You can have one white label suite account and have all of your clients on different lists. All right, cool. You guys want to see some mad scientist stuff? So let's just go and have a look at what happens here with our mad scientist hat on. All right. So again, guys, before I go mad scientist, don't overcomplicate what's on the screen right now. What I'm about to show you overcomplicates it in massive ways because it's just freakishly cool. But don't do that. All right? Keep it simple. Once you've got a grip on these steps on this screen right now, then start to think about how am I going to make this something like just wizardry that I can show my clients. But I'm leaving the screen open for a very specific reason. This is as simple as it is. List, tag, pixel, copy and paste, workflow 1, workflow 2, send my client an invoice, which is when we celebrate, right? List, tag, pixel, workflow 1, workflow 2, happiness. That's the simplicity. Here's the madness. All right, Johan, you want to
I
jump
was
in
gonna
before
say,
my madness kicks in?
why are you gonna complicate things, bro?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because it's cool. Because it's cool.
All right.
So let me show you why this is cool. And our data partner, you can see the banner says Intent Wave. Intent Wave's has got their own pricing. You're actually getting it cheaper through White Label Suite than directly through them. That's part of our deal with them, which is freakishly cool in itself. Intent Wave themselves have got an app coming out into the GHL marketplace, and we'll make it simple. But I want to show you that this makes it power. This is some serious power that I'm about to show you. So we said when people land on the site, and our team have already said, hey, cool, it's working. There is now leads that I'll be able to see in my list before the even end of this call. Woohoo! Amazing. We've said you can bring people in and you can get their details. And I said, that's freaking amazing. Let's just build on that and let's see what else we can do. So I want to come down to, let me go over to here. This one will do me. Live leads. Let's go. Already sent to my CRM. Okay, cool. So now I've got a couple of things grayed out there from a privacy point of view. But Jill visited our site. Okay. How about this? How about I use my AI to go and find out who Jill actually is? So I could just run my AI summary and find out exactly who Jill is. Holy moly. I could then actually use my similar audience finder to analyze Jill's profile, understand who Jill is, and add 10 more people to another list just like that. So this person has proven to me that they have come and visited my site. Who is Kimberly? I don't know. Let's go and find out. So we set up the AI agent. Remember that AI agent? Imagine putting a research step into that AI agent. So which is just drag and drop it onto the canvas, as easy as that. And so now AI goes and researches this person and finds out exactly who they are. This particular person doesn't have a lot of information, but a little bit, right? We've used AI to just research the person automatically. And then we use our similar customer finder to build up an extended list. Now, again, hang on, let me come face to face because I just want to talk this out. Anybody that's spending money on ads knows that Facebook have their audience expansion, right? Lookalike audiences. Yeah. Does anybody know how Facebook takes money out of your wallet? Can anybody tell me the way that Facebook reaches into your bank account and withdraws a certain amount of money? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We run Facebook ads all the time, but they reach into your bank account and they take money every time somebody what? Clicks or views. All right. They're actually charging you CPM, cost per million, which is how many times they can show your ad. Yeah. They're actually, if they were only charging you per click, it would be better. But they're charging you for how many people they show. So if you go into Facebook Business Manager and you go, hey, I've had my pixel on the page for quite some time. Can you please create a custom audience for me? It goes, sure. And it goes, here's 2 million people that are just like that. I'll show your ad to all of them. And you go, wow, that's going to be great. Really? 2 million people based on what? Based on your idea about who they are, because their first name's John. So you add all the Johns to the custom audience. What? No, it doesn't work like that. But when you get targeted and specific and you say, this person visited my site, I've got their name, their age, their demographic information, where they work, what they do. And then I ask AI to find me 10 more people just like that and add them to a separate audience. Now I can send an email targeted, or I can add those 10 people to my Facebook custom audience, again in workflow in high level, and I can just keep on building. Every time someone lands on my site, profile them and get me 10 more people just like that. 10 more people in the same demographic, in the same occupation, in the same area and location. AI researches that person based on your parameters and says, okay, here's your profile. Here's your expanded profile. Now, every single time I get one person on my site, my custom target audience, not my lookalike audience, my custom target audience is over in Facebook expands by 10. Every time, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10. Yeah? And I'm getting the name and the email address, and my profiles are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Is that a good start? Guys, is that a good start? So being able to do some of the AI wizardry that White Label Suite has become famous for allows us now to put a pixel on a page, deliver leads live to a client and show you, ta-da, here they are, right? And then automatically using an AI agent, profile every one of those people, write a personalized follow-up message to them, create a personalized text message with all their names and details. Hey, Sarah, thanks for joining us. I see you're the owner of ABC Gym. I think we can really work together. Not a blank, generic, how can I help you message, but a truly personalized message, because AI's done that research. And expand that audience out in the background as well, and just keep on building clients for your SaaS businesses. All right? Let's go mad. It's literally just copy and paste, put a pixel on a site, and start seeing the leads come through. Okay? I want to throw it over to you guys. So if you haven't done this already, like Mika and like the other members of our team, go and set up a pixel, put it on your page, and you'll start seeing those come back through. Mr. Clay, hey, bud.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, good to see you.
Good to see you too. So just looking at this, would it be going too far to where, let's say you have a client and, the leads come through and someone says, hey, I'm interested right now, and have a bot do a live transfer?
Hell yes. So, Johan, I'm still struggling to remember. It was Ron on our unofficial summit talked about the hybrid live transfer, Clay, and talked about this is the absolute best way to engage using AI as a hybrid warm transfer. So you imagine that your text message, right? Your phone goes beep, and it's a message from a website that you just visited. And it says, hey, Clay, thanks so much for checking us out. Did you find what you were looking for? Oh, yeah, I was just kind of browsing, whatever. And the text message says, my founder actually looked at your profile and noted that you're a blah, 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 whatever, a professor at the University of X, and he'd love to chat to you. Do you have a minute to talk now? Sure. What he actually said was, so first of all, if Russ Ward, thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
If your phone
Russ.
rings right now and it's a number you don't recognize, will you answer it? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no in the meeting in the chat. Clay's shaking his head. Nope. And I make a joke about this, but my voicemail actually says, "Hi, thanks for calling Walt. I never answer my phone. I never, never, ever, 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 ever answer my phone. So please send me a text message and let me know who you are, and we'll have a conversation." All right? I never answer my phone. Mika says, "Well, you need an AI assistant, Mika." Right, but as Russ said on the call, he went from a 15% pickup rate to an 85% pickup rate when he did a hybrid handover. AI has the chat all the way up until the point where the AI says, "My founder's standing by. Would you like him to call you?" Great. He'll be calling from this number. Bing. And 60, so now the founder gets a message that says, "Hot lead standing by. Call within 5 minutes. Name, phone number," and on a text message, I can just click the phone number and my number starts dialing. You got the number, you got the idea from Ross. So now you can do it with a live web visitor, right? Now you can do it with a live web visitor. Oh my God. This is insane, right? So copy, paste, pixel code. Clay, thank you, man. I appreciate the question. So guys, this is what I want you guys to be able to do, to package this up and sell it. Being able to sell this to a client, okay? And as an agency, every single client that we ever speak to, and this is something that we experience, has been burned before. "Oh, I spent thousands of dollars with a marketing agency. It got nothing for it," right? Now, what you can do is you can actually give them something for free, prove yourself, zero lift from your side of things, just put a pixel on the side. "Listen, Mr. Client, if I'm not worth my salt, you shouldn't engage with me. So what I'm going to do is I will prove to you that I'll get you 20 names, email addresses of people that come to, I'll get them into your email, I'll get them followed up, and I'll do it for you for free. And when you like what you see, my rate is simply $2 per lead thereafter." All right? And you can then charge your markup, put your margin on the credits and just charge for the credit consumption. All right? Or charge them a $2,000 setup fee and do it for him from there. Yeah. Ron, jump in, man. Nice to see you.
Hey guys, first of all, Walt and guys, it was great seeing you guys at Level Up. Walt, you gave me some great feedback on how to use the influencer and how to get influencers more involved. So I'm working on that. And
Awesome.
I hate to be that guy in the minute, right? But I currently have an open ticket on this that clearly says our developers are working, because even when you're clicking all cookies, the leads are still not coming through. So was this because I tried it too soon? Should I be deleting
there's a lot going on in the background, but even if somebody says yes, we still might not get that detail. Why? Because our data partners have got hundreds of millions of records on their database that they can resolve IP addresses and all the other different, I think, hundreds of data points that get them to that point of this is who the person is. They've got hundreds of millions of those records, but they might not have.
How current is the information? Because I had somebody
It's constantly
visit
updated. It's updated every 10 minutes, but it's updated from thousands of different sources. So it's updated and it's constantly being updated. But we tested it amongst our team. Obviously it's a US visitors only. Just some do and some don't. And it depends on the niche, depends on the environment. We were talking to the guys, I think, Johan, they said they had an e-com client. It was resolving at about 70%. Our resolution on white label suites at about 40%, right? So we're getting like roughly 1 in 2. So we can only get the ones that we get. You don't get charged for the ones that we don't get, right? So we don't, if we don't get that name and email, there's no cost, there's no credit cost. It's only the ones that actually come in and then we can do the work for that charges a credit. So unfortunately, just life as we have it, we will continually add more and more and more and more and more data in the background. And therefore the graph will get tighter and tighter and tighter as years go by. Yeah. But
this is fire, man. I mean, this speed to lead on this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And that's the key, right? I mean, and the key is the relevance of how old that pre-buying behavior with a specific intent is, right? That's the key.
That is the
Um,
key. You know, if you send
Thanks,
somebody an
man.
email or you drop them a DM on Facebook, what's their intent? What's their intent?
Not very high.
Not very high, right? Like, I mean, if I send somebody an email, their intent is actually negative because you've probably gone, don't bother me anymore and get out of my inbox. But if somebody's actually landed on your site from a message that they've seen somewhere, now that could be a YouTube piece of content or an Instagram reel or an ad on Facebook or Google or an email. It could have been from anywhere.
A low budget website awareness ad,
Hell yeah. Sounds like you know that one, man. I might have to
traffic
get you
ad,
to run a
low
training on
budget
it.
traffic ad.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wherever that leads come from, if they've landed on my site, their intent is the highest right now. And especially if it's more than once, right? But that intent, that person has landed on my site. They have intent. And if I can communicate with them now, as you said, man, speed to lead.
And
If
a
I
site
can,
visit is one thing, but a landing page visit, if they're actually responding to a CTA on a landing page visit,
hell yeah.
that conversion is worth money if you can convert on it right away.
Give me a number. Like your clients, Ron, what is their average client or average ticket price? What are they selling?
Probably most of them right now on digital courses and some of the other stuff. I have a pretty wide variety, but probably anywhere between $149 and $999. So anywhere
Hell
between
yeah.
150 to $1,000.
So will they pay you $5 for that lead?
Oh, absolutely. Easily. Easily.
And
Especially
there's
if you're
the
running,
real
especially if you're
sales.
running traffic to that, if you're running traffic to a landing page and the fact that we can look, website visits is one thing, but trapping a landing page visit, that is going to be that's going to accelerate the conversion rate, and it's going to drive down their cost per visit on their meta ad. So they're going to want to spend more money on
100%.
meta ad to get more traffic.
And you just nailed my absolute best money making method with this, Ron. You just said the words. How, who are the people that are going to pay me the maximum amount of dollars per lead? The ones that are already spending money to get those leads and they're not converting them. So you go to Facebook ad library and you just type in dentists or chiropractors or whatever, and you find the ones that are spending money on ads and you call them up and say, hey, if I can actually get you 50% more qualified leads from your existing ad spend, would you pay me nothing if it doesn't work, but would you pay me $5 per lead? And they're getting 100 leads a day, and all you got to do is put a pixel on a site for them. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like this is seriously that's the cash register there right there, Ron. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Mr. Johan.
hey, Ron, I know the way you think, and so we're in a brainstorming session here right now, and because this is the start, it's the inception. This is you guys are the first people to see this. So we were thinking about ideas of how to maximize this for your clients. And one of the ideas is, hey, install the Pixel. And I'm going to use Walton as an example. We've installed it on White Label Suite. Walt wakes up the next morning and he gets an email saying, hey, Walt, you got 5 leads. Here's Johan. This is the company that he runs. Here's the number of employees. Here's a background on him. And there's 5 leads that came through. Is Walt happy with that? Yes, he can engage. It doesn't matter who you are, right? If you're getting an email saying, here's the client, here's all the details, and Mika, correct, all the enrichment is done, and you're getting that email, like that is so powerful. And then you feel like you want to call them because you're like, dude, you're on my site. And one of the things that makes us different is everybody who comes enters, I'll jump on, I'll do a voicemail, I'll do a video to them. Yo, what's up? Great to see you. I thought you came in. Let me know if you got any questions. That's the building the relationship part. Doesn't take much much longer than that. So again, brainstorming how else can we add value that your clients go, this is unbelievable. Thank you so much. And again, for your setup, it takes 5 minutes of setup. It's on there. The proof is in the pudding because now they're getting the leads coming through and they're like, dude, what else you got? So
Exactly. So good. Absolutely amazing. So guys, this is version 1 with our intent data, and there will be a lot more coming through. And this also is the kickoff for our brand new series of onboarding videos and training videos and help articles and everything else that we'll be adding to White Label Suite. So let me just answer this question. We might address that one. So we don't build the 4-bot systems, Leo, but we have a whole bunch of people who do, and I know that Meek is a qualified 4-bot builder in there. So there's a whole bunch of people that build that 4-bot system. But the answer your question there, Leo, sparked something that I was talking to Johan about yesterday. When we did the 4-bot system, so guys, the 4-bot system, as if whoever's been around us for a little while, the 4 bots were leads plus AI voice plus AI chat and managed by high level, right? Those were the 4 bots. And what we showed was this is a system that you can sell. And we had, Johan, people, they were paying $10,000 just to get it set up. One guy offered you $50,000 to fly you in and spend time with the team and do all this kind of stuff. It really works out as an amazing system to deliver. Now, with this data that you've just seen, the system and the pricing that you can put in place, right? Mr. Client, every lead, I'll send them a live text message follow-up. I'll engage AI at the point. I'll qualify them using AI. I'll even give them a phone call to do a warm handover using the AI agents in Assistable or even in High Level itself or SynthFlow, right? And I'll manage that whole thing and give you a report at the end of every week. My cost is 10 grand and I charge 2,000 bucks a month. Do you want to run it? Right? That system of leads plus follow-up plus AI plus management, you guys have got this in your pocket. You don't need to sell High Level. In fact, trying to sell High Level is scary because nobody wants a new system, right? Nobody wants to throw out their old stuff and put in a new one. You're the world's worst enemy, right? But if you just say, no, keep your system. Let me put this over here. Leads plus AI follow-up. We'll get them on the phone with you and book them into a calendar. And when they're ready, I'll push them into your system, right? So that's an amazing platform to be able to do. Guys, we're going to wrap. Keep an eye out on updates. We've got new stuff coming through all the time. New training videos will start to roll out within the next week to 10 days. As I said, we'll be updating snapshots with all the latest demo videos, all that kind of stuff as well. And we are good to go. By the way, I have to finish off with this one. By the way, one of the smartest ways that you can make money with White Label Suite is by referring agencies to us. You get a 30% referral fee. You don't have to look after the client. You don't have to onboard them. You don't have to run calls like this. You don't have to teach. If you want to just make money with White Label Suite by saying, this is amazing, everybody should have it, and you just want to drop some links out into your socials, make sure you sign up with us as an affiliate and send that out there. We'll look after your clients, and you guys know us by now. We'll make sure we treat them right, and you just get to keep 30%. And we do all the work. So if that sounds appealing, jump in there as well. Guys, thank you so much. Keep an eye out for new updates, new cool stuff coming through. Mad Scientist hat is on. Go and grab those pixels, get them onto sites, and sell this as a system, and let us know the results. All right. Thanks, everyone. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.